Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Cat. This is your favorite podcast for practicing English, improving your listening skills, and just having a great time. I am Emma, and as always, I am here with my fantastic co-host, Jake.
Hello, everybody. It is great to be here.
Emma, you called me fantastic today. That is a very nice way to start the podcast. I am feeling good. Well, you are fantastic, Jake, especially today because we are on day 7 of our English listening challenge. Can you believe it? 1 full week of learning together. I am so proud of all our listeners who are joining us every single day.
Me too. You guys are doing an amazing job. Consistency is the key to learning any language. If you listen a little bit every day, you will see a huge difference. So, Emma, what is our topic for day 7? I know it is a fun one.
It is a very fun one. Today, we're talking about movies. Specifically, we're going to talk about our favorite movies.
Oh, I love this topic. I could talk about movies for hours.
I know you could, but before we start sharing our own favorites, we want to ask you, our listeners, a few simple questions. Think about these questions while you listen to us today. First, what is your favorite movie?
Second, how often do you watch movies? Do you watch them every weekend or just once a month?
And third, why do people love movies so much? Is it to escape reality, to feel strong emotions, or just to eat a lot of popcorn?
For me, it is definitely the popcorn. I go to the cinema just for the snacks.
I am not surprised. So listeners, keep those questions in your mind. Imagine you are sitting in a cozy room with Jake and me, drinking some coffee or tea, and chatting about cinema. Let's dive right in.
All right, Emma, you are the energetic one today, so you get to go first. You watch a lot of movies. What is your absolute favorite movie of all time?
This is such a difficult question. I like so many different things. But if I have to choose just one, I will choose a classic movie called Back to the Future. Have you seen it, Jake?
Of course I have seen it. It is one of the most famous movies ever made. But pretend I have not seen it. Explain it to our listeners who might not know it. What genre is it?
Good idea. Well, Back to the Future is a science fiction comedy. It is a mix of adventure, humor, and a little bit of romance, too. It came out in the 1980s, but it still feels so fresh and exciting today.
Who are the main characters?
There are 2 main characters who are best friends, which is a very funny friendship. The first is Marty McFly. He is a normal teenager who loves playing the guitar and riding his skateboard. The second character is Doc Brown. He is an older, crazy, and brilliant scientist.
Doc Brown is hilarious. He always looks like he just woke up with his messy white hair. What is the story about without giving away too many complicated details?
Okay, a simple summary. Doc Brown invents a time machine. But the time machine is built inside a car, a very cool car called a DeLorean. By accident, Marty travels back in time from the year 1985 to the year 1955. That is the year his parents were teenagers in high school.
That is where the trouble starts, right?
Exactly. Marty accidentally stops his parents from meeting each other. If his parents do not fall in love, Marty will never be born. So the whole movie is about Marty trying to get his parents to fall in love and also trying to find a way to travel back to the future.
It is such a clever story. Why do you love it so much, Emma?
I love it because it is perfectly paced. The story never gets boring. Every single scene is important. Also, it makes you think about your own parents. It is weird to imagine your parents as teenagers, making mistakes and being young. It makes them feel more human.
That is a really thoughtful reason. How many times do you think you have watched it?
Oh, honestly, probably more than 15 times. I watch it whenever I feel sad or sick. It is my comfort movie. It always makes me smile.
15 times? You probably know all the words. What is your absolute favorite scene in the whole movie?
My favorite scene is near the end. Marty is at a high school dance in 1955. The band needs a guitar player, so Marty plays for them. He starts playing a famous rock and roll song, but rock and roll doesn't exist yet in 1955. The teenagers are confused at first, but then they love it. It is so energetic and fun.
I love that scene too. He plays the guitar so wildly that everyone just stares at him. It is great comedy. It really is a perfect movie choice, Emma.
Thank you. Now it is your turn, Jake. I know you are a big movie fan and you love good storytelling. So what is your favorite movie?
This was really hard for me. Like you, I love so many genres, but I decided to choose a movie that always makes me feel deep emotions. My favorite movie is Castaway.
Oh, Castaway. That is a fantastic choice, but a very different mood from my movie. Why did you first watch it?
I first watched it when I was about 12 years old. My dad rented the DVD. He told me it was an adventure movie, so I was expecting a lot of action, maybe fighting pirates or discovering treasure. But it was not like that at all. It is a very quiet movie, but it is so powerful.
For our listeners who haven't seen it, can you tell us what Castaway is about?
Yes, it is a drama and survival movie. The main character is a man named Chuck Noland, played by the actor Tom Hanks. Chuck is a very busy man who works for a delivery company. He is always traveling and never has enough time for his personal life. One day, he is flying in an airplane over the Pacific Ocean, and there is a terrible storm.
Oh no, the airplane crashes, right?
Exactly. The plane crashes into the ocean. Chuck is the only person who survives. He swims to a tiny, empty island. The rest of the movie is about him trying to survive all alone on this island for years. He has to learn how to find food, make a fire, and build a shelter.
It sounds so lonely. What makes this movie so memorable for you?
What makes it memorable is the silence. For a huge part of the movie, there is no music and no talking because he is completely alone. You only hear the wind and the ocean waves. It makes you realize how important human connection is.
Tom Hanks is incredible in that role. He's the only person on the screen for an hour, but you never get bored.
Exactly. He is my favorite character because you see him change completely. At the beginning, he's impatient and always worried about the time. On the island, time doesn't matter anymore. He learns what is truly important in life.
And we have to talk about his friend on the island, the most famous part of the movie.
Yes, because he is so lonely. He finds a volleyball that washed up from the plane crash. He paints a face on the ball using his own blood from a cut on his hand. He names the ball Wilson. Wilson becomes his best friend. He talks to the ball every day.
It sounds crazy when you describe it, but when you watch the movie, you actually care about that volleyball. You feel emotional about a piece of sports equipment.
You really do. The emotional impact of this movie is huge. When I first watched it, I actually cried. I don't cry often during movies, but the struggle to survive and the hope of going home really touched my heart.
I remember crying too. It is a beautiful story about hope. So we have a time-traveling comedy and an island survival drama. We have very different tastes, Jake.
Hey, a good movie is a good movie, no matter what it is about.
That brings us to a very interesting question. We chose very different movies, but we both love them. So, Jake, in your opinion, what makes a movie great? Is it the story, the actors, or something else?
I think it is a combination of things, but for me, the story is always the most important part. If the story is boring or confusing, it doesn't matter how famous the actors are. A great movie needs a story that holds your attention from the first minute to the last.
I agree with you, but I also think characters are just as important. For me, if I don't care about the people in the movie, I won't care about the story. I need characters who feel real. They need to have flaws, you know? They shouldn't be perfect. They should make mistakes, just like normal people.
That is very true. When a character feels real, the acting is usually very good. Bad acting can ruin a great story in 5 minutes.
Oh, absolutely. But let's talk about the technical things too. What about music? I think music is the secret magic of movies. Sometimes you don't even notice the music, but it is telling your brain how to feel.
You are so right. Think about a horror movie. If you turn off the sound in a scary movie, it is not scary at all. It actually looks a bit silly. But when you hear that slow, creepy music, your heart starts beating faster. Music creates the atmosphere.
What about visual effects? In science fiction or action movies, the visuals are a huge part of the experience.
Visual effects are amazing when they are done well. In science fiction movies, they build whole new worlds, like spaceships or alien planets. But I prefer practical effects, real explosions and real stunts, over too much computer graphics. Sometimes computer graphics look fake and take me out of the story.
Let's compare some different movie genres. Do you expect different things from different types of movies?
Definitely. When I watch a comedy, I only want one thing. I want to laugh out loud. If a comedy doesn't make me laugh, it failed. The story doesn't even need to make perfect sense, as long as the jokes are funny.
Yes, and when I watch a drama, I expect strong emotions. I want to feel connected to the characters' struggles. On the other hand, if I choose an action movie, I want excitement. I want fast cars, big fights, and a hero saving the day. I don't expect deep, philosophical conversations in an action movie.
Right. And what about animation? Some people think animated movies are only for children, but I strongly disagree.
I disagree too. Animation is just a style of art. It is not just a genre for kids. Some of the most beautiful and emotional stories I have ever seen were animated movies. They can do things visually that real-life cameras simply cannot do.
Exactly. And finally, we have to mention plot twists. A plot twist is when the story goes in a completely different direction than you expected. You think you know who the bad guy is, and suddenly the movie surprises you at the very end.
I love a good plot twist. It makes you want to watch the movie a second time to see the hidden clues you missed the first time. So, to sum it up, a great movie mixes a strong story, interesting characters, good music, and real emotion.
Well, Emma, since we love talking about movies so much, I think we should do a little challenge.
Oh, I love challenges. What are we doing?
It is the Movie Recommendation Challenge. I am going to recommend one movie that I think you should watch, and you are going to recommend one movie to me. We have to explain why we chose it, and we have to guess if the other person will actually enjoy it.
This is brilliant. I am ready. Do you want to go first, or should I?
I will go first. I have the perfect movie for you, Emma, because I know you love good characters and a bit of mystery. I highly recommend a movie called Knives Out.
Knives Out? That sounds like a horror movie. You know I get scared easily. Am I going to be hiding behind my sofa?
No, it is not a horror movie at all. It is a murder mystery, but it is also a comedy. A wealthy old man dies in his large house, and his whole family is suspected of the crime. A very famous, funny detective comes to solve the case.
Oh, like a classic Sherlock Holmes story?
Yes, exactly like that, but set in modern times. The family members are all terrible, selfish people, and it is very funny to watch them argue. The acting is wonderful, and the plot has so many twists. I predict you will love it because it is clever and very entertaining.
Okay, you convinced me. I will definitely watch it this weekend. It sounds right up my alley. Now, it is my turn to recommend a movie to you.
I am a little nervous. What did you pick for me?
I decided to push you out of your comfort zone, Jake. You like serious survival movies and action, so I am recommending a musical.
Oh no. A musical?
You mean people just start singing while they are walking down the street?
Yes, but trust me, this one is special. I recommend The Greatest Showman. It is about a man named P.T. Barnum who starts a circus in the 1800s.
I don't know, Emma. Singing and dancing in a circus?
Listen to me. I know you think you will hate the singing, but the music is incredible. It is modern pop music mixed with a historical setting. But the real reason I chose it for you is the story. It is about outcasts, people who are different and ignored by society, finding a family together. It is very inspiring.
Okay, the story about outcasts finding a family does sound like something I would appreciate, but I predict I will complain during the first song.
I predict you will be tapping your foot and singing along by the end of the movie.
We will see about that. I accept your challenge. I will watch The Greatest Showman, and you will watch Knives Out. We can report back to each other next week.
That sounds like a perfect plan. Wow, Jake, the time has flown by today. It is already time to wrap up the episode.
Time flies when you are having fun, and talking about movies is always fun. But before we go, it is time for our listener challenge. We want to hear from all of you.
Yes. At the beginning of the episode, we asked you to think about your favorite movie. Now, we want you to share it with us. Go down to the comment section below this video or podcast episode and practice your English by writing to us.
Tell us, what is your favorite movie? Why do you love it so much? And who is your favorite character in that movie? Try to write 2 or 3 sentences to explain your answer. Don't worry about making grammar mistakes. Just focus on sharing your ideas.
Also, we want a recommendation from you. What is one movie you think Jake and I should watch? Give us a brief summary without giving away the ending. We promise we will read as many comments as we can.
Thank you all so much for listening to Day 7 of our challenge. You are doing fantastic work, and your English listening skills are getting better every single day.
Keep up the great work. Tomorrow is Day 8, and we have a very exciting new topic ready for you. Make sure to subscribe to the English Cat channel so you do not miss it.
Until next time, keep listening, keep practicing, and maybe pop some popcorn and watch a good movie tonight.
Stay curious and stay awesome. See you tomorrow, everybody.
Bye, guys. Meow from the English Cat.
Bye.